From armored vehicles and missile systems to various types of drones, all of this can now be produced in Ukraine. Direct communication with soldiers on the front line allows for rapid improvement and fine-tuning of weaponry. This provides a huge tactical advantage. How is Ukraine becoming a key weapons manufacturer, able to compete even with Western models? And what is needed right now for the defense industry to develop further? Let's figure it out. In June, Ukraine's Ministry of Defense codified and approved for use more than 120 new types of weapons and military equipment. More than 100 of them are domestically produced. These are mainly various types of aviation complexes, engineering equipment, and munitions. In nearly 3.5 years of full-scale war, Ukrainian weapons manufacturers have made huge strides forward. Up to 80% of Russian equipment losses are caused by domestically produced small FPV drones. They are used for reconnaissance, strike missions, and even for refueling and cargo delivery. And now, partners from the EU are being urged to prioritize procurement from the Ukrainian defense industry.
Our weapons are Europe's weapons. Over the past 3 years, Ukraine has increased its defense production from $1 billion in 2022 to $35 billion in 2025. This is the result of joint efforts and Ukraine's enormous internal potential. Supporting the Ukrainian defense industry is a contribution to the collective security of the entire continent. Rustem Umerov, Minister of Defense of Ukraine.
Ukraine has developed and is using a number of effective types of weaponry. Among them, the Stugna anti-tank missile system stands out. It is capable of striking both ground vehicles and fortified enemy firing positions. The Neptune anti-ship missile system. It was this system that was used to strike ships of the Russian Black Sea Fleet. Special mention should be made of the Verba and Bastion multiple launch rocket systems. They make it possible to strike a wide range of targets. Ukraine also has its own armored vehicles, the Kozak combat vehicle and the bullet tank. There is also one of the best sniper rifles in the world, the Alligator. This weapon is designed to hit long-range targets, including transport, communications, and air defense systems. And this is only about the models that have seen combat, not counting drones. And Ukraine's defense industry can produce up to 8 million of them a year. FEV drones, reconnaissance, long-range, tactical, kamikaze, fiber optic. Ukraine was the first in the world to implement drone swarm technology. It was these drones that changed the course of modern warfare, and now all the world's armies are focusing on their procurement and production. Here's what The Week writes about this.
The impact of drones on the war in Ukraine has been astonishing. Unmanned aerial vehicles have transformed the conflict. According to Ukrainian commanders, drones have been responsible for 80% of Russian combat casualties this year, and a similar proportion of damage to equipment. Ukraine says that drones destroyed 89,000 Russian targets in May alone. In early June, the Ukrainians used AI-guided quadcopter drones to mount a devastating attack on dozens of Russian aircraft at bases deep inside enemy territory. Israel's surprise attack on Iran this month also relied heavily on drones. Increasingly, analysts agree that cheap, easily adaptable drones will revolutionize modern warfare and could pose a threat to even the world's most advanced militaries. From the publication of The Week.
More than 500 Ukrainian companies are involved in the development and production of UVs. They are tested in real combat every day. The entire process, from design to mass production, has been streamlined to perfection. But right now, many are lacking funding. Joint production with partners is something both sides are interested in at the moment. During his visit to Denmark, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy met with drone manufacturers from the United States. As a result, the parties signed an agreement on Ukrainian-American cooperation in UV production.
This is a co-production between Ukraine and the United States of America. There will be several companies involved, and they are focusing exclusively on different types of drones. But this is what's most important. This year, it's hundreds of thousands. Next year, their production will be increased. We'll see how it works. The main component is the interceptor drones, which have already proven themselves in Ukraine. We've already tested these drones from several companies, and now we've finally signed a very serious contract. We are really counting on shooting down a large number of Shahids. I believe this is a good start in this direction. We also agreed that some of our manufacturers will have access to these technologies. I think this will speed up the ability to ramp up production.
The first contract for the production of several hundred and 196 Zelenskyy drones was also signed by Kyiv and Berlin. This was reported by the publication Welt. These drones carry payloads weighing about 50 kilograms and can strike targets at distances of up to 1,200 kilometers. According to sources in the German Ministry of Defense cited by journalists, the drones will be ready for use in the coming months. It is these Ukrainian UVs that are known for attacking strategic targets deep inside Russia's rear.
The German government is allocating funds for the production of 500 long-range Zelenskyy drones for Ukraine's defense forces. This will allow additional units of the unmanned systems forces to be equipped with long-range assets. Germany may also fund other programs, in particular the production of Barr's drones. From the publication by Welt.
This week, the head of the German Foreign Ministry, Johann Wadefuhl, visited Kyiv accompanied by representatives of Germany's defense industry. The main topic of the talks was precisely the investment of German companies in Ukraine's defense industry. Back in the fall of 2023, the German company Rheinmetall announced the creation of a joint venture with a concern, Ukrainian defense industry. According to Wadefuhl, there need to be more such enterprises. And this benefits not only Kyiv, but also Berlin, which can learn from the advanced experience of Ukrainian military personnel.
We want to build new joint ventures so that Ukraine can produce more for its own defense and do it faster, because your needs are enormous. And it's important to remember that Ukrainians are defending not only themselves. Ukraine is also defending European freedom and sovereignty. We must not forget this, even though this war has been going on for a long time.
In addition, Kyiv and London are launching a new initiative for joint drone production. Ukrainian unmanned systems will be manufactured in the United Kingdom over the next 3 years. The Norwegian defense giant Kongsberg has also opened its office in Ukraine. Negotiations are currently underway to integrate Ukrainian short and medium-range air defense systems into the NASAMS infrastructure. In addition, Denmark is allocating 500 million kroner to launch Ukrainian defense production on its own territory.
There is clear progress in joint weapons production. And this isn't just about the very good Danish model of investing in Ukraine. We are also preparing an agreement on joint production in Denmark.
War in Ukraine has never only been about Ukraine, it's about Europe. And therefore, if we are to protect Ukraine and Europe and the transatlantic alliance, we have to ensure that Ukraine gets the help that you need. So, of course, all of us hope that US will continue their support for Ukraine and, because of Ukraine, for Europe.
All the capacities created within these projects will work to strengthen Ukraine's defense forces. And we need as many such investments as possible. After all, Russia has no intention of stopping this bloody war, and the daily massive shelling is yet another confirmation of that.